everybody, it's Gemma. Welcome to my channel. I'm just going to be telling you all about my trip to Bruges in Belgium. So the weekend just gone, it was my birthday. I was lucky enough to go over to Belgium, to Bruges. Me and my friend Isobel, actually we didn't fly, we took the PO Ferries over the North Sea, and that was a long trip. It was like a 12-hour trip. It started at like 6 o'clock, I think, or 6:30 we set sail, and then we arrived, or we docked there about 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go and chat to him. Yeah. We're here on the Pride of Bruges, and this is our cabin. Oh, it's dark.
You go first, Joe. Look at it.
Oh, this is the room tour. It's not much of... There's 4 beds.
Oh yeah, it's a
good, because I didn't fancy sleeping on the top.
And that's what I got a 4.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you think that too?
Yeah, because I thought, well, I have slept on the top, but I thought, then we don't.
I had visions of rolling off. And
You've got this small handle.
yeah, but imagine if it was a big jerk. Do these just pull it?
Oh.
Oh yeah, they just... Oh, should we put it back up? That's heavy. We could just pull the bottom one out when we're ready.
We could have a sofa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, we have towels. Oh, there's a big mirror.
Jemmy, you like shower on the toilet. I have to say,
How saving, time saving.
the ferry I've been on before was more glamorous.
Was it?
Look at our view. We're
Oh.
out this way. We're not seaside.
What we will be when we go.
Bunk, do you want your ladder? I know, what's this for? Oh, it's the
To
ladder
get out,
for that one.
maybe.
To get out.
In case there's an emergency.
No, it'd be for the ladder for that bunk.
Yeah, not in case there's an emergency. Where are the life jackets?
Should we go? Actually, I don't know why I'm taking my coat off.
Yeah, what are we going to... Yay, so we have another bed, sofa. I quite like it. We're moving. Aye, aye, Captain.
I'm sorry, Dad.
We're on board the Pride of Bruges.
It's very industrial.
It is very industrial.
I guess it's because it's a ferry, not a cruise ship, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a cruise ship, it's a ferry. So we're just walking around the perimeter of the boat. There's everybody having their beverages. It wasn't that bad. So you slept in little bunk beds, and that was really fun. And it was like the most relaxing, the best sleep that I've had for a long time, to be honest, for a long time. I actually stayed asleep for the whole night, which is like unheard of for me. I'm like up and down, not a very good sleeper at all. I'm either awake all night, or I fall asleep pretty early and then I wake up like constantly throughout the night. I just don't sleep well lately at all, but I slept for the whole night and felt really refreshed. So did Isobel. She said so herself. We felt really refreshed in the morning. It was quite funny because when you're at sea, O2 and other networks in the UK do this as well, they actually charge you a lot of money for using your phone, like at sea, even though for the majority of the time we were travelling down from Hull, so we were still in the UK but in the sea, obviously. They were still going to charge you a lot, so we put our phones on aeroplane mode. And that meant that when we got to Belgium in the morning, I didn't realise, but Belgium is an hour ahead of us. And so our phones didn't update till the hour ahead. So literally we were just like in the shower. Well, I was in the shower. Isobel hadn't even had her shower. And we had 15 minutes to get off the boat. So that was pretty stressful. And that was on my birthday morning. So my birthday shower was like, quick. So that was pretty funny. But that was our own faults, really. Because we just didn't get up. We heard the woman and the captain and everyone talking over the tannoy, and we just thought it wasn't time to get up because our phones were an hour behind. Hello everybody, apparently we're in Bruges. Can we see? Oh, there's outside.
Well, Zeebrugge.
We've just rushed about because we had 15 minutes to get ready. When I was in the shower, Isobel was shouting through. We slept in. And it's my birthday today and I haven't even opened my
happy birthday.
cards. Happy birthday to me. So we can't disembark. Why can't we disembark, Isobel?
Because they can't attach the gangway to the boat. They're having issues.
Oh.
So we've got to stay.
She said something about high-speed winds.
Oh, is that what she
I put my
said?
trainers back on. She said due to high-speed winds,
Oh, they can't get
it on. It's not safe for foot passengers. So we're just stranded in our cabin after like rushing to get ready. And we didn't need to.
Well, actually, yeah, because it's 15 minutes late.
Yeah. Because we've got to get this bus. It looks like it's sunny outside.
Yeah.
For Brugge.
Someone used to say Julia.
It's quite funny to see land again. So we slept in these little beds. I was very comfortable. Were you, Isobel?
Really comfortable.
Yeah, it was really comfortable. They don't look very comfortable, but they are.
I guess so. They don't
We had
get
4
much
of them.
use.
What do you think?
Well, like, how many people get the ferry?
I suppose so. It did take an awfully long time. So we set sail at 6:30.
Yeah.
And we've just arrived now. I don't even know what time it is.
9:30, which is 8:30 UK.
Oh, 2:45. 9:45 now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's it. So what shall we do? Just sit here?
I don't know. Let's see. I think they were all queuing out there. They're all just stood.
Oh. Apparently there was high winds in Zeebrugge. I think that's how you say it. In Belgium, so they couldn't put the walkway for the foot passengers to get off. They couldn't put that over. It wasn't safe for us to get off the boat for about an hour, so we had plenty of time to get ready. And then of course you have to go through border control and all of that, just like you do at a plane, but it's not quite as strict really. Like, you don't get your suitcases x-rayed or anything like that. You can pretty much take on what you want, but they do ask if you've got any alcohol or sharp items, so obviously they don't want you to have them in there. And did you pack your case yourself, and those sort of questions. But there's no like limit to size of suitcase or heaviness or anything like that. You can take whatever you want. So that is a plus side of going on the ferry, and it is really, well, it's really good fun for me anyway. I just like love the idea of sleeping on a boat. When you woke up in the morning, it was like rocking back and forth, and it was just like cool.
I don't know why you wanna treat me this way. I don't know
of course, Bruges is known for its waffles. We were headed straight for House of Waffles, where we had delicious waffles, and I opened my birthday gifts. I got some like really lovely birthday gifts, so thank you for everyone that got me something. It's much appreciated. So we ate waffles, opened my birthday gifts, and then we hit Bruges shops, and it's like a little picturesque village. It is beautiful. The houses are so cute, the shops are all cute, they're all festive, all decorated. Absolutely fabulous, really. Gemma! It's the best McDonald's I've ever seen, apart from Times Square. The second best. And then they've got the Christmas markets, which aren't too different from, say, Manchester Christmas market, but probably a little bit more tasteful, maybe, not as much tat that you see on these sorts of markets. And I feel like it's more about the food and drink over there and the atmosphere. We went to our hotel, which was really funny. I don't know why, I just felt like it was really funny because it just reminded me, it was like a motel, and it just reminded me of like Norman Bates's hotel, if you watch Bates's Motel or Psycho films.
Yeah.
It's like Bates's Motel. Norman Bates will be here. This is what I always thought we were going to stay in America, one like this.
I think she meant to go up that little path there.
She said go along the road. What number are we?
147.
Doing those ones. Da, 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 da. And in with no problem at all.
Oh, in you get them. Got a double door.
Oh, a double door for extra security and a window.
Oh, it's nice and snugly. It's like a little house.
I think you have to lock the door with the key. It is. It's our motel. Motel, hotel, Holiday Inn. We've got a kettle. We've got a small TV.
Actually, it's probably because that gets quite cold, isn't it?
Think of the environment. Close the window when you turn on the heater. We've got two small beds. We've got a wardrobe this time. And a blanket, an eider-down. And a hairdryer. By Mesco.
I'm going to use the facilities.
Hang on, let me... Before we dirty it. Are you desperate?
Yes.
She's charging in. Actually, I need to go. Oh, look at these lovely pictures. We have a full-length mirror. Is there one got towels yet on the end of our beds. We have towels. There's no Holy Bible. There's a cupboard with nothing in. That's about it. We've just sat on the beds. Isabel's lounging. We've decided that the cabin was more comfortable than these, but they're all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
I put my cards up.
Look, have you seen it's half a lampshade?
Oh yeah. The other half of the lampshade disappeared into the wall.
The thing is, it's not exactly
Is it on the other side? And
See,
no.
Use 2 lampshades. Oh look, do you think that's the end?
Yeah, that's the surplus. I didn't show the bathroom properly. Oh, the shower looks alright. Oh, that looks a bit grotty, doesn't it?
What?
The fan. The...
Oh, I've not looked.
Oh.
Well, it was only 80. Well,
Yeah. What's it called again?
value stay in.
Value stay in. Where you get every inch of value.
It's a big room.
Yeah, it is. And there's 2 chairs. You don't often get 2 chairs. They've given us a kettle but no teas and coffees. That's why it's value.
Oh, don't be up my skirt.
It just reminded me of that. And we had like frosted glass so you couldn't see out, and then you had to put this big shutter down, otherwise light would be coming into your room all the time. But it wasn't bad and it wasn't expensive at all. It was a little bit out of Bruges. We had to walk for 15 minutes, or we had a taxi which literally took like 10-11 minutes. But we enjoyed our stay there. We put our suitcases back. You can't leave your suitcases. This is a top tip that we did. You can leave your suitcases in the train station, in Bruges train station, for literally like €5, I think it was. In like a big locker. We fitted both of our suitcases in there. So we did that, and then we went to collect them, and then we went off to the hotel later because the check-in wasn't till like 4 o'clock. So obviously we weren't going to like trail around with our cases till 4 o'clock. We walked back into Bruges because we had a walking trip planned for the evening, for my birthday evening. We went on this walking trip with this like really fabulous, I think they were called Legendary Tours, and it was a free tour. And he took us around Bruges and told us the history of it. And it was a nighttime one. I don't know what the daytime ones are like because we only went on this nighttime one that went at 6 o'clock. But it was really fabulous, and we even got told ghost stories, much to my approval. Yeah, so that was like really fun. It was like a bit of history and a bit of ghost story going on. And then I think his name was Brum, we weren't quite sure. He was like really funny and like really down to earth and really enthusiastic, to be honest.
1,000 pounds. If you go back a bit earlier, already in Roman times, they found a basic settlement, but was not worth calling it a city yet. So it started growing later. First we have several centuries of the barbarian tribes, the Franks, the Celts, the Normans, Vikings, sometimes trading, often plunder.
He did a really good tour, so I would really recommend booking with him. You do have to book even though they're free. And he wears a little red, he wears a red fleece and has a red umbrellas and things, and they stand, I want to say it's Town Hall, but I don't think it's called the Town Hall over there, but the big building. So that was fantastic. We went for Italian after that, and then went back around the Christmas markets and had festive drinks like mulled cider and mulled wine. And it was nice. They were a little bit cheaper than what they are in the UK as well. And I just thought there was more of a Christmas atmosphere because everybody was like singing and dancing, and even like dancing on tables and stuff like that. Yeah, it was really a good night. We went back to the hotel, and of course we got up in the morning and we came back into Bruges. We had another Sunday in Bruges. Sorry.
They're scary.
They're just not something that look, we could get big candy cane
Decoration.
They're just not something that I've ever associated with Christmas. I'm all about reindeers and Father Christmases, and he would be a lovely thing to my Disney, except he's only got one horn. Oh, Rudolph the one-horned reindeer.
The others have two.
I know. Oh my god, he's dear. He's €13. We really love this, and we both saw it at the same time, because it's €10.
And it's very plastic.
So it's a nice tree. It's nicer than that one. Isabel's gone over there to get a penny. There's a big massive queue. So she's pushed in. We found this lovely little shop, and we don't know what it was called because we just like randomly went into it to buy postcards and stamps. But he had like, it was like a treasure trove of all kinds for like really cheap. Like I haven't got them with me now because I've already given them away. But I got my sister a little Kinder surprise, you know, Kinder egg surprises, a little Eskimo baby on its back. And they're from, I don't know what year that would have been from, but they were all like old Kinder egg surprises, and they were still in the cellophane, and he was selling them for €1 each. And then we also got some little bicycle plaques, because back in the day you used to have tax for your bicycle. I don't know if you did in this country, but you did over there apparently. And we all bought, me and Isabel bought a little bicycle plaque with our birth year, because they just had our birth years on them, so we just bought them. And I've got one for my sister as well. And of course we bought choc, and then I bought a little key. I don't know why, he had all these keys, like old keys for €1, and I have a thing about old keys, of old-fashioned keys, and where I have no idea where that would have opened. There's just something like mysterious and romantic about it, that you have no idea what door or what gate this could have opened, and it really could be anything. I just like that idea, so I bought one of those as well. This is the bicycle thing that I got, bicycle plaque. And that's what they used to have on their bicycles to pay tax. It says West VL, I don't know what that stands for. I'm assuming it's like county there, or a state, whatever they call them. And then the key that I got was just, you think I'm mad buying like things like this. I can't remember if it was €1 or €2, and it is a bit bent. Whoever was trying to use that key was like, couldn't get the lock to work maybe. A bit like me and Isobel on holiday, although we didn't have that disaster in Bruges, I might add. So that was the key I got, and that was €1 or €2. Yeah, I mean, there's not anything I can do with that. I just loved that like design on the top, and I just really like old keys. I imagine that was for some sort of posh gate. I don't know. That's what I'm imagining. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think the key could have been used for. We're just going into the chocolate shop that Zoella went in. What did you say, Isobel?
It smells lovely in here. Doesn't it?
It does. Wow. I wouldn't know what to buy.
It's €4.90 per 100 grams.
So what's that?
Heavy, aren't they?
Yeah. I can imagine they're expensive. I mean, look how much the little packets are. I don't know. We'll have to peruse which is the better bargain.
Have to pick what you like.
Well, I need to get them for gifts. The chocolate bars look nice. Pardon?
Hit my bag.
I keep hitting mine, but then it is rather bulbous, isn't it? Hello. Oh yes, please.
We have
What's-
crispy caramel, hazelnut, nougat, coffee, white chocolate, and raisins.
Oh, I think I'll try a coffee one.
Going to go hazelnut.
Thank you very much.
Scan this over here. this
Over there,
and
thank
can mix
you.
and match.
I had a coffee one, it's really delicious. It's a coffee bean. I do like them.
To mix and match.
It's very nice, this chocolate shop. Here's your sticks. So these are more expensive than the other shop.
Oh yeah, they were too, weren't they?
And there's those things that me and Jenny got that broke. They were £1 each in England.
There's probably more here. But no, this is like a tea cake. They're called melon cake.
Yeah, well that's what these were like. But they had a piece of waffle.
That was into a mechanic.
Oh yeah. I don't know any mechanic.
Look at that old hinge.
They do look like really authentic. How much are they?
11.90.
The big ones are not too. €6.50. They do look good. I don't know if I'd want to eat them.
Look.
Oh. And a horseshoe. So I just thought I'd show you some of these little chocolate mice. There was actually 4 in here, but I've ate them. And these were my favourite things that I got from the chocolate shop in Bruges. Basically, they are delicious. So they're just like little white, little milk chocolate, I want to say, milk chocolate mice. And you can get them in white chocolate as well, because I did see them. So they look like the little 10p mixes, penny mix sweets that you used to get when you were a child. But inside, it's like the most delicious praline that you've ever tasted. They are absolutely delicious, and I really recommend. I think they were like €4 for the 4. The chocolate is quite expensive there, but they were not too bad. So I recommend getting these for sure. We're now off on a boat cruise, the Bruges Canal. Apparently they used to throw their poo in there.
think it's starting to rain.
Is it? It would do.
Mais oui, là-dedans, c'est là qu'on a été au truc. Non, l'hôtel.
Winter, we have small typical houses of 48 to 50 square meters. 50 mètres carrés. Les carpets surtout, die allemaal petit. Een zeer kleine huisje die hier achter de bedden stopt. Zeer kleine spreken over 48, 50 vierkante winter. Dat is hier op tafel. De roof of the St. John's Hospital van de l'hôpital Saint-Jean, maar voor het St. John's Hospital.
Always coming down with the
The bridge was open. Sometimes we're waiting half an hour under the bridge. In the left corner is the St. Saviour's Cathedral. About 6 months ago they finished the restoration. Restoration that lasts 30 years. Tour de la cathédrale Saint-Sauveur et environ 6 mois on a terminé la restauration qui a duré 30 ans. De Sint-Salvator-kathedraal en ongeveer een 6 maanden.
The horrible ones.
No.
Go on. Du.
Oh, it's different.
Oh, come on, Isobel, get in.
It might be the same.
No, it's the same.
No, this was lower, wasn't it?
Was it?
The bed's different. This wasn't.
Didn't we have a table? No, we didn't have a table. Is it different, viewers?
This it's not as high.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
the key's on the outside.
I've got it.
The bathroom doors
Want
in a
everyone-
different area.
Is it?
Oh, it's different.
Oh, oh it is. The shower's not in as much in the toilet.
The sink is bigger.
Goodbye, Bruges. I think the boat's just turning round. You see it moving. Where's Isobel coming? We haven't had our seasick tablets. Whoa.
Where is the captain? Is he? Your tail's free. Come on, Joe.
Oh, I can't. I can't. It sounds like that. You can't even see anything on the video. Oh my god, grief. Imagine if it just tilted though.
Stop imagining.
What did you say?
Stop imagining.
Oh no, I think I want to go back in. I don't like it. So we're just saying goodbye to our cabin. This ship's called the Pride of York. I don't think I've told you that. Pride of York. We thought it was the Pride of Hull, but it's not the Pride of Hull. It's the Pride of York. So we're just doing our final pack. All our things are ready. And we've enjoyed sleeping in this boat. They're telling the car people now to get out. Go to your vehicles. We haven't got a vehicle, ours are in the car park. I recommend it as a Christmas break. I think not so much for the Christmas markets because we have so many of them over here now. We're quite accustomed to them, aren't we? All of these markets have come from over Europe and we've got them over here at Christmas. So maybe, unless you really love Christmas markets, you'd be impressed with that one. Me, it was more about obviously travelling abroad again because I've only ever been to the States and that was only a few months ago. Before that I'd never been anywhere out of the UK. It was a bit more daunting being in a country where America was easy because I don't know, I just find Americans to be a little bit mainly like us, like there's not much difference, and you know the culture's very similar. We're very Americanized over here anyway, so I didn't really find anything to be alien apart from things like those flavoured butters and a few of like the food items which we wouldn't have over here. I just felt quite at home over there. I was a little bit more aware that I was in somewhere different over in Belgium, mainly because you had to be very mindful that not everyone was going to speak to you in English. I don't know any French, I don't know any Flemish. I mean, I did learn French in school, but obviously I can't remember it. But it was just quite funny. We shared a taxi with some French people on the way back from the Bates' motel to Bruges, and and they couldn't speak. They didn't speak, or I don't know if they could, but they didn't speak English. And luckily, the hotel lady asked them if we could share their taxi, because she realised that they were French and they weren't English speaking. So that was okay. But when we were in the taxi, like the lady, seemed ever so lovely, but I had no idea what she was saying to me. And at first I didn't think she was talking to me because I thought she'd realised I was English and wouldn't know any other languages. As I find that now I've been somewhere, I find that perhaps as English people we are quite ignorant, because I noticed like the Belgian people, the Bruges people, were making an effort to speak French. There was a lot of French people there. Where we don't really, do we? We just speak English and expect everyone to speak English to us. And I was a bit like one of those people. I was marching into the cafes and saying, "Oh, can I have a coffee, please?" And Isobel makes more of an effort and is like, "S'il vous plaît," and all of this pajingas. And I didn't, and I felt a little bit like perhaps I was a little bit ignorant. But nobody seemed to mind. They're really friendly people. Really friendly people. That's one thing I will take away from my trip to Bruges. Not only is it a beautiful little city or town, whatever you'd like to call it, the people are so friendly. Everywhere you go out to eat, to drink, the hospitality is amazing. So that's something that I will take away from that trip. That was that really. So that was my trip to Bruges. I really enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed seeing the little clips, the movie of Bruges, and I will see you again real soon for another video. Take care, thanks for watching, bye bye.